Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
Look, I don't think it's any secret. We've been playing this for a while. We're wrapping up chapter 1 of this adventure. So about a third of the way through this adventure. So, chapters 2 or 3 might move at different paces. But I'm kind of curious, going into this wild scene and situation, where are your characters at? How are they feeling right now? It's been a week. Watson, how's Watson feeling this week?
I mean, I think more than the week itself, the conversation that just took place in a language Watson did not understand between two of his compatriots here, very much confused him. And they pulled weapons on each other. They continued to speak in this language he did not understand. And then a monster came out of the extra planar existence and bit some lady's head off.
When you put it like that, it sounds bad.
He is kind of very confused about what's happening right now. And so, yeah, I would say he's pretty fucking scared.
It's all about perspective, man. Then he's just like, what?
Yeah.
Cool. How's Fox doing? He's upstairs
He's
just
great.
watching a door.
He's on watch. He's making sure no one's coming through the door.
Fox is watching Bubble Guppies on YouTube right now.
Waiting for the Dasher to show up.
So he's doing great.
Says he's 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
He's walking though, so
It'll be a minute.
What about Drosharis? He's lived a long life.
Yeah, Drosharis is not necessarily thrown off too much by the horrible like head biting monster thing we just saw. That's sort of like, what adventurers do. But he's never had a reason not to trust Val until now.
One chained up monster tells you not to trust me, and then it's all out the window.
When you killed the monster before they could say what was wrong with you. It made me wonder what the hell. So, I don't know. Conflicted, yeah. Definitely like trust Val, knows you're on the team, but wonders if you're compromised.
How's Val feeling?
I think that Val probably feels a little vindicated having seen a monster come out of the wall and bite this lady's head off, being like, see, we should have just taken care of the monster and then we wouldn't be in this situation. But I also think that Val is getting kind of like, especially after the run-in from her past and all the stuff with the Grey Gardeners, she came here because she was kind of like already at a breaking point, I feel like, of like anxiety about her past with the Grey Gardeners and her childhood and what they may or may not know. And so I think she's getting closer and closer to like, fuck it, just burn it all down. Like all of these things have got to go. Anything that's a threat to me has got to go. And so when this monster, who she knows is what the psychopomps who she kind of like respects on principle are looking for, also then starts trying to like sneakily speak to her companion and say like, don't trust her. She's kind of like, oh, hell no. And so I think she's like standing by this decision and is ready to just kind of mess it up with these monsters.
For anyone who follows us on our social media, you got a little preview before this fight, which by the way, check us out on social media at Live to Die Pod. But I checked in with all of you as combat as players, so that's how your characters are feeling. How are you as players feeling going into this combat?
I mean,
really confident, right?
Boss fights is where the characters die, right? Like anytime I've ever run a game or been in a game, like this is the time. This is one of those fights, into chapter 1, into book, whatever, where the shit really goes down. And I'm nervous, that one of us isn't going to make it.
Ooh.
Val.
I do have the lowest amount of hit points. But also, like, I have just realized that I have more fun playing these games when I'm not, like, too invested. I mean, you have to be kind of invested in your character. But when you're more invested in the story than your individual character, I think I enjoy it more because then you're kind of, like, not trying to do. I just feel like it's more fun to not try to do anything you can to stay alive, but rather do like what's in line with your character. And sometimes that's a risky or stupid decision that will get your character killed. But I just think that it's a little bit more fun because you can always bring someone new in, or you can just leave the podcast and not have to build a new 17th level character and, call it.
That's not what's going to happen.
I mean, I think that makes good writing and like shows generally that like you don't just do what would keep the character alive. You do what the character would do in that moment. Like that indicates a good writing,
Totally.
Yeah. And it's just stressful when you're like, I'm just trying to keep this character alive. It's just more fun when you can kind of lean into the narrative and like, it'll be a bummer if Val dies, but if she dies, then it's like, that's Val's story. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
That feels exciting to go into. So let's kick this back off. We started combat just a little bit when Val strode forward and shot this chained up creature on the wall, speaking abyssal to Drosharis and sort of trying to incite mistrust or distrust between the party members.
I also kind of realized that all my other languages that I speak have never come up. Like we've never been in a situation that would lead Drosharis or anyone to believe that Val knows any other languages besides Common. Mm-hmm. So it was probably like a little jarring to realize that I could even understand what she was saying to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the same for Drosharis, right? Like you guys know that he dabbles in strange types of art or text or whatever, but you're not quite sure the languages that he speaks, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think those are the kinds of things in the game that don't always get brought out. Like I took the time to choose all of these languages based on an idea that I had. So it's definitely cool to be able to use it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those rule things. I talk a lot about like mechanical role playing in Pathfinder, that there's a lot of rules and mechanics, but that variance, because there's such a good, not only depth, but breadth of rules and mechanics, that there are cool moments when you had picked this language for a story reason or a character reason, and then it comes up and you create this moment that is sort of intrinsic to our game. Other people may not have had that moment in their game.
Yeah.
Well, this thing, and who wants to take a crack at describing this image with our listening audience? What is this creature that comes out of, presumably,
demon
plane?
Rat squid with crab hands.
It's like
shrimpy. It's shrimpy.
If anything, it's like the deepest, darkest fear I have of what's going to attack me if I enter the ocean. It's like generally it's that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like those pockets that they talk about in the monster movies where all the monsters live. That's where this thing lives.
Absolutely.
And for some scale, folks, it's about the size of like a horse. Just comes
Yikes.
out, appears, and then just rips the head off and kills Miss Whisper.
Oh.
Sees
It's a stripper
all of
name.
you.
I'm just going to go with that.
Seriously, what is this name? Miss Whisper of the
Whisper.
Shadows?
Seven shadows.
Of the Seven Shadows?
Making it rain.
They talk about it, and none of you rolled the check for this, but she thought help was coming for her, and she picked a name in her mind that would take the longest to say, so that it would just take longer to talk with her, to try to delay more for help to come.
See, this is why I love Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote that.
Yeah.
And was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Somebody was
Ron-
like, what takes the most time? Miss Whisper of the Seven Shadows.
And it's even noted in the book, it was because of the syllabants
The
in it,
S's, yeah.
that it would take longer to say.
Whisper.
And that credit goes to the writer of this book, Ron Lundeen, who specifically wrote that whole who wrote this book. But there's a whole section there for the GM about like maybe run a real life timer of 10 minutes, and at 10 minutes have this thing happen.
Shout out to Ron.
And it's like, oh, this creature shows up, but is so pissed at her for getting captured in the first place that it doesn't save her; it just kills her.
Sheesh.
Hilarious.
So shows up, bites her head off, just boom, has an action left. I think it's gonna stay hovering a couple feet off the ground over there and
It
just
can fly?
chill. Fuck yeah, it can fly. And now, Fox, it's your turn. You just heard a gunshot and a scream. And you're upstairs waiting for your DoorDash.
This is typical for us.
It's probably nothing.
Probably I'm not going to. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the worst that could happen?
There's another back door.
I do have to like navigate the upstairs carefully.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many movement actions that would take.
So the whole room is only 30 feet and a room down. So what I'm going to say is 3 actions of moving will put you at the base of the stairs in the basement.
All right, let's
so
do
whole
it.
turn and you show up. So would someone move move Fox's character down to the staircase. So
Thank
Fox,
you.
show up down there, and you see Drosharis. We move Fox back one more space, a little farther away. Fox, you come down the stairs. You see Drosharis holding Val at sword cane point. Watson is Watsoning hard. And it's actually Watson's turn. You held your turn. You did nothing for a whole turn. Top of turn 2, it's your turn again.
Yeah, I would definitely gonna start something here.
On deck is Val.
I think he's going to cast Shillelagh on his staff.
Hey,
Nice.
Which I don't think I've done.
No, I don't think so.
Yet. So
I don't even know how it works in 2nd edition.
Well, funny you should ask. I'll pull it up. Your staff or club
Sure.
grows vines and leaves brimming with primal energy.
Mm-hmm.
Target becomes a +1 striking weapon, which doesn't really matter because it's a +2 staff.
Okay.
Gains a +1 item bonus to attack rolls.
Doesn't matter. +2 staff.
Increases the number of weapon damage dice to 2, which again doesn't matter. As long as you are on your home plane,
Okay.
attacks you make with the target against aberrations, extraplanar creatures, and undead increase the number of weapon damage dice to 3.
Oh, okay then.
My weapon damage dice are already 3. Does that
Okay.
increase to 4?
No. Do you have a heightened? Is this still a heightened version? Maybe.
It is a level 1 shillelagh.
Okay. So then that doesn't do anything
Okay.
for you. Then do you want to cast something else instead?
Yes.
Okay. Learning a 16th level
Learning.
character.
So I think instead,
Instead, you're going to shoot Val.
I think
with
I'll
a-
shoot Val.
with a pistol.
Hey,
I take her pistol and I shoot her in the head.
why is everybody so mean to Val?
Can I cast a ray being behind somebody?
Yeah, they just get. So let's talk a little bit about cover.
Sure.
So the standard cover in 2nd edition is +2, and the cover bonus can apply to reflex saves against like area damage spells, and to cover, and to hiding and stealth. If you improve your cover, which is like if it's a really great piece of cover, which isn't always a thing, or if you take an action to take cover, that goes up to a +4. If there are creatures between you and your target, they just get +1 to the AC from cover. I sort of colloquially call it shit cover, because I kind of want my players to know that, like, yeah, they get a cover bonus. It's 1, which, in 2nd edition is a non-insignificant,
Sure.
but it's not huge. It's literally just all they get is a +1 to their AC if you have any allies between it. It's not per ally. It's no variable. They take the best bonus from cover, so if they're in cover, they'd have +2, but right now there's just people between you and it, so it'd have a +1 to its AC.
Okay.
Let me say, though, this thing's AC, it's, Jason might be right. This might be a PC killer.
Oh no.
And I don't mean like trying to run Half-Life in 2005 or whenever that came out. What you got?
So I think what he's going to do is, with his first action,
Cool. First action.
will use overwhelming energy, which is essentially meta magic,
Oh.
to ignore resistances.
Okay.
It is ignores 16, I believe.
Okay. Great. Let me note that down.
16 of acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic.
Sure.
And then he will cast an 8th level spell, Polar Ray.
Oh.
Oh,
Cool.
But what about like
Yeah.
Colorado Ray?
Colorado Ray.
Is Ray a
This
dude?
is a blue-white ray of freezing air and swirling sleet from his finger that can chill your target to the bones.
Ooh.
You must succeed at a spell attack roll.
Okay. No big deal. That's the worst
no
that could
big
happen.
deal at all.
You've got a bonus on that because of your headband.
Yeah. Let's see.
Roll that attack roll, Trent.
It is a plus 28.
Okay, look,
So,
I'm doing some math. That's doable. You got to roll well, but not unreasonable.
great.
Anyone got any patches floating around?
mm-hmm.
Patch Adams.
I
Nope.
used my last
See
patch.
What we
Sorry.
do.
You got this.
It's not bad.
Okay, what's that total?
The total would be 41.
Because of shit cover, it misses.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Did you roll well?
I rolled a 13.
All right.
It's not bad.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Is the patch coming into play?
Patch.
All right.
That shit again, man.
All
Roll
right.
higher.
All right.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Jason, turn it into a patch for a friend.
So scared. I'm scared.
Oh.
Nope.
And
Way worse.
misses. Just
win
barely
some, you lose some
misses.
in the
Just because
patch
Drosharis
economy.
was right in front of you. Spell misses.
I can't see what's going on over there.
Val, it's your turn.
Okay.
Dro, you're on
so, well, Val threw her dagger at
It's a
the
returning
lady.
dagger.
It is a returning dagger, but she doesn't give a shit about the dagger right now because Drosharis is pointing a sword at her neck, and she's pretty sure what?
No, I mean, the property of returning mean it returns.
Yeah,
your
I
hand
know.
for
I don't
free.
care about the dagger right
Okay.
now. But she's pretty sure that Drosharis is not going to stab her.
Okay.
So, and that's not her major concern when a horse-sized squid rat demon appears.
Naturally.
So actually, Val is going to devise a stratagem against the squid demon.
Okay.
And then she is going to reload her pistol, and in so doing, she has a reloading strike where she can, well, I can do three things. She's going to draw out, she is going to kind of like throw her cloak back and draw out a weapon that you've never seen before. She's going to like pull it off her back, and it is a sawtooth saber.
Oh, shit.
And she pulls that out and she grabs her gun and reloads it.
Okay. So you devise a stratagem, draw a weapon, and reload. That's your whole turn. So the stratagem doesn't do anything really.
Oh, sorry. I meant like pursue a lead. She's going to change her lead to this thing because then it's beneficial to the devising a stratagem
Does
later.
it take a minute to change your lead?
I don't know.
I think it takes a minute unless you
All
have
right, so
an
she's
ability
just going
that
to
you can
grab the
change as an
saber
action.
and the gun, and that's it.
You want to recall knowledge or anything?
Yes.
All right. This is the religion. What's your bonus?
Plus 23.
Okay. That's going to be enough. You see this. You recognize this as a creature known as Zimtal, another kind of sack-heel.
Oh.
What's something you'd like to know about it?
Does it have any weaknesses?
Yeah. You don't know how much, but you think it would be weak to good. As a fiend, it's going to be weak to good, like good typed damage.
She's going to yell, "It's a fiend. It's weak to good." That means somebody besides me should try to kill it.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, okay.
Drosharis, it's your turn. Remember, whole field full of weird caltrops in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. No big deal.
Drosharis
Sure.
is going to tell everyone to go back up the stairs. Like, let's fight this thing up top. I'm going to say that out loud. And then I'm going to cast Obscuring Mist in this room.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. What does that do?
It's 20-foot bursts.
That's going to cover most of the room.
Yep, most of the room. Call for a cloud of mist. All creatures become concealed. And all creatures outside the mist are concealed to creatures within it. And then I can dismiss it. Lasts for 1 minute. So I'm going to say that, cast, and I'm going to start moving my next... Because that's... No, Obscuring Mist is 3 actions, so that's it.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. So, ooh. Interesting. What kind of spell is that? Is it like a transmutation spell, maybe? Or is it conjuration? It'll say underneath the top of the spell.
Conjuration.
Ah, damn. Okay, well, poop for me. Okay, and that's a 5% mischance, or a 5 out of 20 mischance, right? 20% mischance on concealment. That sounds
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's its turn. It's going to fly over to you. It's got the movement for that. It's going to fly till you're within its 10-foot reach, basically.
Okay.
And just fly over these caltrops so it doesn't have to touch it. And it will...
Sorry, it's a DC 5 flat check.
Yeah.
DC 5 flat check, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And it's going to try to use... Okay. it's going to try to use an ability called Isolate Foes.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so, this is so cool. It's going to choose up to 4 creatures, each of whom must be adjacent to one of the other targets.
I moved
So
the wrong one.
it'll actually just be 3 of you because Fox is not next to everyone.
Mm.
So I need Drosharis, Val, and Watson to all give me a will save.
Okay.
Oh, good luck, guys. Oh, good luck.
What's the worst that you think I can do with this? It's going to be fine, right?
Uh-oh, did you waste the patch?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
He said, mm-hmm.
All right, what we got? Dro, it sounds like you rolled really well, right?
31.
Oh, that's not good. Not a
No.
crit fail, though.
That's good.
What did Watson pull, Trent?
Watson has a 40,
That's a success.
so a crit success with resolve.
Okay. Jane, what does Val have?
Val has a 38.
That's a failure. This is going to be really interesting given how this narrative we
that's a
started.
failure.
So Val
Yikes.
and Drosharis, you become out of phase with all your allies.
Oh, I know.
You
what this is.
cannot
Oh.
perceive your allies or interact with them in any way.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You can move into and out of your allies' spaces as if they aren't there. Allies similarly cannot perceive or interact with the 2 of you, with one exception: the remove curse.
Okay, but actually, thank God that didn't happen to Watson.
Sure,
He would be unable to do anything to help anyone.
But
I can't use this?
can't right now.
But you can do remove curse, right?
I don't have remove curse.
Uh-oh.
I can't use determination to get rid of this?
This is
At least you can help Fox.
Yeah.
what's the
It's a 2-man show.
I think I have remove
Shrugs
remove
off your
curse.
foe's spells or conditions.
What
A
does it
single
say?
non-permanent spell or condition that is affecting you.
This is a
Is this a mental effect?
mental effect.
Oh,
What does that mean for you?
hold on. Well, let me check before I say something stupid.
So this is a curse.
Okay. I don't think it would work.
It's an enchantment. It's divine based. It is mental. Oh, wait. Oh, your lower level incapacitation doesn't
Oh.
matter.
Damn,
What?
has to be a success. I have a feat called Haughty Obstinacy
Oh,
that
yeah.
it makes people can't have like a bonus if I succeed against it.
Okay, so what do we get?
Just nothing. Your allies cannot interact with you, and you don't see any of your allies.
I can't
you
heal
don't know
you.
they exist.
It's a good thing I went to the store.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it does that. So it went over and does that for 2 actions, and that's its turn. So that means it's Fox's turn. What are you gonna do, Fox?
You told us to go upstairs, but now you're gone. So I think that might be off the
Maybe
table.
you think I went upstairs.
He went upstairs so fast. I didn't even pass him on the stairway.
He always does that. He's so quick.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to I guess we're fighting this thing right now.
Do we remember our friends?
Yeah, you just don't see them. You feel
Okay.
isolated and cut off.
Okay.
And that whole
like
24-hour
depression.
thing is going to be rough. Trent's celebrating quietly. What are you going to do,
And then
Fox?
waving us off like, don't look.
man.
Don't look over here.
Don't look at me. I'm an old dwarf. Watson, you'll be
I'm
on
going
deck.
to how tall are the ceilings down here?
Ceilings are 15 feet.
15.
This thing's flying
I'm
about
gonna
5 feet off the ground.
pop out my fiendish wings. As I see that this level's compromised by some thorny things.
Yeah, and don't forget, there's there's mist everywhere. Jason, would you have cast the mist spell to include where your characters are now, or focus it on the other side of the room so that it's out of the mist now?
Say that again? No, it would have been... My intent was to fill up this room with mist.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're in it where your characters are
Yeah.
now. Just checking on that.
Okay. And I would probably move into just move me within 10 feet only on
Yeah,
further
you just take a
this side of
5
the
foot
room.
step.
He's flying.
Oh, that's right. 5
Yeah.
foot.
Move me over.
Fly.
Yeah.
So you fly in towards the west part of the room, still staying kind of at the northern end with all your allies, but
Yeah, I'm trying not to
flanking out to the
stand
wing.
next to Watson at this point. So
Okay.
that's all I can do because it's 2 actions to
And none of
pop
us
the
know...
wings.
Well, did all of us fail, or did you use you
Just
two?
those 2
But
failed.
just us two.
So they can see and interact with each other, and both of you are completely isolated on your own. Watson, your turn, buddy.
Now, you said this was a fiend, so
yes,
positive energy harms it?
No, that's undead.
Ah, okay.
Good energy is what Val shared before she disappeared.
Yep.
Okay. So things are probably going to get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Watson will 2-action cast a focus spell, Stormwind Flight.
Okay.
He will begin flying.
I appreciate that because now I don't have to look at the caltrop poison rules.
He will cast Guidance on Fox.
Hey.
That is his turn.
It's classic for a reason. Isolated Val, what are you doing? All your allies are gone. You're on your own.
All of your allies are gone.
You, much like Drosharis, have no friends.
But you can interact with your enemies, right?
Yep.
Excellent. All right.
What do you
You
got?
guys are not going to like my turn.
And Drosharis is on deck.
We're trying to get upstairs.
They're all gone. You don't know. You're on your own.
That's the
I
last thing you
can't
heard
say.
me
Yeah,
say.
that's the last thing I heard Dro say.
Who was trying to kill you?
It's true. I'm just gonna start shooting wildly into the room. Yeah, Val's just gonna take a shot at this thing and try to start hauling ass up the stairs.
Okay. You gonna... What's it called?
No, because that takes 2 actions, and then I wouldn't be able to run away.
Isn't it one action to...
Devise a stratagem.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that, and then...
And you get a recall knowledge check as a part of your devise, right?
Yeah. Well, if it's a success.
If what's a success?
If you hit on devising a stratagem.
With advisor stratagem, you get to roll a die before anything happens, and you have that. I thought you also, as a part of just taking
I thought
the
it was
action
only
to
if
devise.
that die was a success, but
No.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, you can look it up later, but for now, you get what else you want to learn about this creature because you succeeded on your recall knowledge check.
What else do I want to know about this creature?
Yeah.
We know its weaknesses. How tough does it look? How many hit points does it have?
Well, you can't get a specific answer without a crit, and you didn't crit, but it's beefy. You
Okay,
think it's
actually-
going to take a lot of punishment.
All
You
right.
said it was
I
a
already
school.
asked. I had a better idea.
What's his childhood nickname?
Yeah. What's its favorite color?
Not its good nickname, the one that other middle schoolers gave it.
Yeah.
I actually just kind of want to know if it has any like special abilities that could F us up.
Well, I already told you it has a lot of hit points, so
It's
wait
fine.
until your next check.
I'm not going to shoot at it because I rolled bad on this stratagem roll.
But on the
So I'm
bright side,
gonna-
now you know.
Now I know. So I'm going to start running up the stairs
Okay.
before I get eaten by a squid rat.
Okay, so go ahead and move yourself towards the stairs.
Oh, and I have boots of speed. So I'm going to move really fast.
Are you going to activate them, or are they just a passive buff?
I think that it
I think they're
is
passive.
always.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So start running. Drosharis, it's your turn as Val runs upstairs.
The thing's still 10 feet away from me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I run upstairs.
Okay.
Immediately. I apologize to everyone.
Hey.
Just had to pull the curtain back, just had to pause there and redraw all the maps I erased because they're going back up to earlier levels.
I run back downstairs.
God damn it. All right. So Jason Drosharis spends 2 actions to run up to the platform and
Draw a sword and stand guard.
all right. That makes it this thing's turn. I feel like it's got it has an enemy. It has a target right there. Actually, oh my God, I'm going to do it. I've got something even better. So it can see Fox there.
Sure can.
It's going to cast a spell. You want to take that
great.
AOO?
Yeah, sure do. Let's go.
Let's do this. Remember, you only interrupt if you crit.
Hey, I got a chance. That's a 45.
That is a hit, but it's not a crit. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of damage to this thing before I resolve my effect.
All right. Oh,
Gonna be fun.
Does it have to do a flying check? Is that a thing anymore? If you're like hit while you're flying?
Can someone look that up
Yeah.
for me? Sure. It's only 5 feet off the ground, so if it falls, it'll be fine. But
No, yeah, it dies immediately. That's crazy.
yeah, wow, it's right there in the rules. If this is the boss fight of Night of the Grey Death.
35 damage.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it seems fine. All
it
right.
was cool.
So now
Really cool.
It casts a spell.
It does have to take an action to fly, to hover.
Oh, rules Lord.
Okay, so for its first action, it hovers.
Does it fall and get poked?
And now for its second...
It totally gets poked.
No, it doesn't fall.
Super poked.
All right, so here's the deal. 2 actions to cast, range 30 feet, target 1 creature, duration sustained.
I love how you're just like cheating right now.
Mm-hmm.
How am I cheating?
You're not letting it fall to the ground and get impaled.
I didn't say there was a falling rule for being hit, just an action to stay flying.
Yeah, I did not see anything about
I
So
just
I'm
didn't
not
hear
cheating.
anything about it taking actions to stay flying. I don't
So
know.
I will spend an action. All right, so here's
For
the
the
deal. Do I have to roll anything? Oh, wow. You don't get any... I don't have to roll the hit. You get no kind of save.
Great. This can't be terrible.
And Fox disappears. You're gone.
Bye.
So, Watson, you just see Fox completely disappear.
Holy
You are all by yourself.
Shit.
And Fox, it's like you blink for a second and your eyes open, and all you see above you is darkness. And in front of you, you just see a stone labyrinth laid out.
Oh no!
Yes, maze.
Maze.
I'm so excited for this. When it's your
No.
turn, actually, it's your turn right now. So
Such a
here's the
good
deal.
spell.
Great.
And I love this. So on your turn, you can spend 1 action
Okay.
to attempt a survival or perception check against the DC of the maze. Then, based on the reactions of that, so you basically get your turn. You're in this extra dimensional maze. You can spend as many actions as you want trying to find your way out of the maze.
We're gonna have to percept our way out of this.
Yeah, you don't have survival. No
I'm trained, but my
your perception's probably
perception's
higher.
better. Only by
Okay.
2 though.
Oh, this is so much fun.
Oh, gosh.
Do you still have guidance?
Yes,
yeah.
if you want to use that on this
I'm
check.
using it. Do I roll?
Yeah, this is a survival or perception check against
perception.
the DC of the spell.
Okay, not terrible. That's 35.
Failure. You make no progress towards escape. You've
my
got 2
gosh.
actions left in this extra dimensional labyrinth.
Well, I rolled a 13, so I might be
Just
here for
keep
a while.
rolling.
Let's keep going.
This is a real bummer.
Oh, this is going to be so much
36.
fun.
This is
No
so
progress.
scary.
Oh,
This is such
yeah,
a good
Natural
Watson
20.
it feels all.
Natural
Yay!
20. Natural 20. Right here, right here.
Yay!
Okay, what's the total? I want to see if this is...
42.
Oh, yeah. So that is a critical success. Because here's the
Yay.
thing. The DC was 40. So you almost just only made that a success.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the deal. With a critical success, the target escapes and the spell ends.
Oh,
So
great.
there's just like 1, 2, 3, and you just see like, I just imagine Fox's fingers just sort of like coming out of nowhere and like grabbing the air itself as Fox just pulls himself. And it's almost like he's fighting against physics. And because of how you described your characters, there's that bam, pff, and you just appear like Nightcrawler style, just
Nightcrawler
teleporting
style.
back into the space you were.
What the fuck is going on?
And that's your whole
That's
turn.
my whole turn. That
Watson, it's your
sucks.
turn.
Okay.
I can't believe I got that spell off. That was so cool.
He would definitely fly up
Okay.
the corridor.
All right.
But
Mm-hmm.
so that's his one action is going, what, 20 feet?
Is fly 20 feet? I think fly's 30 feet. Or is it just a fly speed
I think
equal
it's
to your
equal
movement?
to your movement speed. Let me
That sucks.
check real quick.
No, I think you're right. I think it's equal to your movement speed. But it is quicker
Equal
for
to
you
your
to fly.
speed, yeah.
So you can go
So 20
5,
feet.
10, 15, 20, and you are up right next to,
Can I
where-
still see the creature from here?
no. Because of that wall, once you go up, you can't see. So if you want to cast
Oh.
and then go up, you can.
Don't forget this room is filled with obscuring mist.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It hasn't done any roll to hit
Right,
spells yet.
But just
but-
like for
Fun fact about that, actually. Watson is a storm druid.
Oh.
He is stormborn, which means he does not take penalties to ranged attacks or perception checks caused by weather, including concealed by weather such as fog. It
There you
does
go.
not matter for him. He
That's
sees
so
through
fucking
the
cool.
fog.
That's
That's
awesome.
a synergy that you didn't mean to build in.
Yeah.
So Watson is up there next to Droshara so that they can't see each
So
other.
I think I will switch the
Oh,
order there. That
okay.
he will cast his last focus spell
Ooh.
Tempest Surge.
Oh, classic for a reason.
This is a 2-action cast.
Okay.
I need a DC 38 reflex save.
All right, that's fine. It's going to be fine. Reflex?
Yep.
Shit. Okay, lucky die. Let's go London die. Let's see what we got. Ooh, 36 you say?
38.
Well, I just rolled a 39.
Oh, damn.
I know, how cool is that?
Let's see.
That'll be half damage.
Half damage?
Yeah, half dam.
You're right, Jane. It's not as fun as you thought it was.
Yeah, I know.
What's not as fun?
The game.
The game.
We're gonna
This. It sucks, and I hate it.
We're all standing next to each other, and we don't know
We
it.
don't know. This is like a sad metaphor.
For what?
I don't know.
Depression.
I'm going to roll the normal
Jesus.
damage.
Some
the
sort of
existential
emo
dread?
punk song.
Yeah, the existential dread.
I'm going to roll the normal damage.
Yeah, and then have it. That's the easiest way to do it. So lightning just kind of comes out of this dark.
That is pretty dope.
This is 8d12.
But we
Yep.
can't see
Whoa.
it, and we don't care.
36
That's the halved?
is full damage.
Oh, okay.
So it would be 18. Half?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's looking kind of fine. All right. So you lightning strike it, then you fly upstairs, yeah?
Correct. Yep.
Hey, Val, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Can I see it?
No.
No.
Can't see anything. You're up there all on your own. They've left you.
He left
He
me.
left us.
He left us.
He left us.
Honestly, that's Watson right now. Is like, they all left me. They're
Yeah.
all gone.
He's scared.
Yeah, I bet.
Should be.
Okay, so she's got
This is
the
such a
gun
good
out, the
fight.
saber tooth, saber out. She's gonna just keep going up into the room,
Into
And-
the main floor, or are you going up to the roof?
into the main floor.
Okay.
Are we trying to go to the roof?
You don't know. You can't
I
talk to
don't
them. You're isolated.
Isolate. Yeah, she's gonna go to the main room, carefully stepping to not fall through the floor back into the
So
basement where we just
Hey.
were. And then can I just like hold, or I don't know if it's ready or hold, but like I want to just prepare to shoot it as soon as I see it.
Okay,
come
that's
up.
ready in action. So that's 2 actions to prepare that. But here is the deal on that floor. So the ones that have circles in them are they're not stable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to fall through instantly, but you do still have to make checks to navigate them.
I've got X's in front of me, so I'm just gonna run up to the X spot.
Okay, so Val, you're going to be running out into the main floor. And you can see we got some circles and some X's there.
Yeah.
The circles are uneven flooring, so
I
you'll still have to
know.
roll checks on those.
I'm just running to the X's. I'm not even gonna fuck with the circles right now.
No, the X's are the bad squares. X's
Yeah.
are instantly fall through to the basement.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is
X
that right
marks
that
the
there's
spot
one
of
right
death.
at the
I didn't
stairs?
think
Yeah, I didn't think
we
there
had
was
a
one
path
right
to
at
get
the
in there
stair.
last time.
You went through the circles, which in out of combat don't matter as much for you to run through the
Okay.
circles.
Oh, is the entrance over here?
Yeah, the entrance is that little rectangle. The
okay.
little door shape.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry you don't like my bad map drawings.
I see.
No, I get it. You all just hate me and my work.
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Yeah.
Never again a hero patch.
Oh,
Not like you're giving them
Well.
out anyways.
Good thing Watson's gonna die in 10 seconds anyway.
Jeez.
Watson
right.
still has a trick up his sleeve. So,
So here's the deal.
Is it teleport? You're like, bye.
well, it's been a good combat, everybody, but I'm getting the fuck out of here.
On the circle squares, on the circle spaces, you need to make a DC 20 acrobatics check every time you enter one, or you'll fall prone.
Well, that's fine
To
because my
balance.
acrobatics is plus 27.
Okay, so you can fail on a natural one
Yeah.
only.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to.
Kind of chart your path, and we'll see how many checks you have to make.
Okay.
So you're going to run into the room. You're cutting in towards the west across the northern end. 5, 10, 15, 20. You kind of got there. Your pistol's pulled the door. So you just need to roll 2 balance checks for me.
Okay.
Anything but a 1. How you doing over there?
Natural 15.
Yeah, you're fine. And
Second one. Natural 13.
all right, so you run over there. You spend 2 actions to ready an action with your pistol, like you said.
Yep.
And if you see the creature,
If I
you're
see
gonna
the
shoot it.
creature, I will shoot it.
All right.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to see if one of my allies is like in front of it.
Oh no. That means it's Drosharis' turn.
So Drosharis is on the landing.
Yep. There's stairs going up to the top, and there's stairs coming up from the basement.
And I can only hear the monster downstairs, right?
Yeah.
I yell, Fox!
And nothing.
Val! Watson!
What?
Oh shit. You're on your own.
And then I'm going to ready an action.
Yeah, I think Val might assume that Drosharis just abandoned her, given the fuckery that was going on before.
I think, and to get inside of the character's mind, Drosharis thinks you guys are dead.
Oh,
that I effed up by casting Obscuring Mist and left you down there.
It somehow just like killed everyone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend a turn waiting for the monster to come up the stairs.
Okay. It's the monster's turn. Fox is right there next to it.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about.
You can amaze me again.
I'm really thinking about it. Yeah. So here's the deal.
One action to hover.
Actually, no. It's gonna spend an action. It's gonna use its first action to move.
Oh.
So it's gonna fly. It's gonna go. And this will provoke AOO if you want it. 5.
Of course
10,
I want it.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it'll start floating up the stairs. So that will provoke AOO. You'll get an AOO as it comes up the stairs, Drosharis, and you have an AOO as it goes past you, Fox.
45 to hit.
Okay. That's a hit, not a crit.
I think that was what I rolled last time to hit too.
That sounds right. Dro, would you pull off?
47.
Hit, not a crit, but that's a good hit. That's a really good hit.
34 damage.
Okay. What about from you, Drosharis?
32.
34, 32. So what is that? 66 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can do math.
I said without even checking your math.
Yeah. Let's just assume it's right. Listeners, reach out to us on social media. Rate and give us a 5-star review with your comments on if the math is right or wrong. The 5-star review isn't about if the math's right or wrong. It's just so we see it.
Why I hated 6th grade.
Because of 5-star
Being
reviews?
judged about math.
Oh, that makes much more sense. Okay.
Actually, in episode 46, I noticed that you added the one incorrectly, and it very much changed the whole combat, so...
And, Fox.
Yay. Back to my own stomping grounds.
You're back in the maze. All right, it's Fox's turn.
All right, we're going. We're going to try and get out of here.
Oh no, you're in the maze again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Classic.
believe this, but please look.
Oh, someone's looking at
That
the
is a
turn.
natural 20.
That's going to be a 20, sir.
Natural
Ooh,
20.
That's a natural
42.
So you're gone, and you're back. 2 actions still left on the table.
I'm like, we've done this already.
Oh. You know what? That's a patch.
Yes.
Ooh.
A good
A
one-liner.
patch for a sassy comeback.
Oh yeah, and let's give you the "Have a nice day somewhere else"
Oh,
patch.
I like that. All right. Well, everyone's upstairs, so let's make our way that.
I mean, honestly,
Direction.
it's only 25 feet away from you. You can get there and attack
Yeah,
this
let's
turn.
do that. Let's get there and attack.
And here's the thing: Watson's on the other side of this. It's kind of flying up because
Are we
Watson is visible.
flanking?
Yeah, you're flanking that thing with Watson. He's at the top of those
Hell
stairs.
yeah.
Only I'm gonna. Can you move me back 5 so I'm?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have
Oh,
my
yeah.
reach.
Yeah, sure thing. All right,
All right, attack.
swinging that pole arm at it.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Well, it's
That's all
right. I mean, you're pretty
I mean,
due
look,
for a
it's a
natural
good
1.
time for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I could patch it, but I'm gonna save that just in case I'm dying
Probably
later.
a good idea.
Let's
He
draw.
looks like a man, son.
Let's draw one of Paizo's critical fumble deck cards.
Oh, this couldn't go terribly.
This is a melee attack,
I'm
right?
going to wish you
It
used that
is.
patch in a second.
I know, right?
Oh, shit. The pointy end goes there. You become wounded 1, or your wounded value increases by 1.
Wounded 1.
That
All
could
right,
kill you.
That
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
it's true.
That's a great one. It's also
That's
kind of interesting because it
terrifying.
doesn't hurt you immediately.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But hey, at least you're still visible to the healer,
Yeah, that's
unlike
true.
the rest of the
It's a lot of
party.
effects, yeah, right there.
All right. All things considered, that could have gone a lot worse for you. Hey, Watson, it's your turn. This thing is flying kind of above you. You're basically in the same, you don't know this, but you're sort of in the same space as as Rosharis, which is why that provoked the AOO for Rosharis.
If I were you, I would play dead.
Just lay down. I'm going to continue to fly into the room and as far south as I could possibly go.
All right. Are you going to do anything else aside from that this turn? Just move? Or, well, you're moving stuff around. How's everyone else feeling? This fight feels really easy, right?
Soup's easy.
This is very scary.
I feel actually really tense right now.
Watson, I'm guessing with that movement, you probably still have more actions left this turn?
2 actions.
Yeah. What's it going to be, buddy?
That's a great question.
Oh, this is so much fun. I love having a good boss.
So scary.
And since I can vamp while Trent's looking at his turn, this is one thing I love about GMing 2nd edition Pathfinder is that like my creatures have such interesting abilities that I can force tactical situations that isn't just a race to 0 HP.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'm going to cast.
Ooh. What do you got?
I'm going to cast Field of Life.
Oh, okay.
Near the back of the room. Sorry,
Like
the south portion of the room.
Like where you initially, so you're back in the main floor, like where you came in initially.
Right.
So what does that do?
So Field of Life, a field of positive energy fills the area, exuding warmth and rejuvenating those within. Each living creature that starts its turn in the area regains 1d8 hit points, and any undead creature that starts its turn in the area takes 1d8 positive. I'm trying to set up a future healing area, essentially.
So here's an additionally interesting thing. It says that you cannot interact with your allies, but I don't know that that's interaction. You're creating...
This is an area where they would heal, not necessarily me healing them.
Now, here's the big thing I'm going to ask for, and this is going to be some real work from 2 of our players here, Jane, Jason. I'm going to rule that you don't know if that would heal you or not. But more importantly, you don't know that that space exists.
Yeah, I was going to say, we wouldn't know it was there.
No, so I'm just saying keep that in mind, but let me know if you get into that area. Trent, if and when you have an opportunity, I'll throw you a
I was going to say, you could
draw it on there.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've already kind of said where you're going to put it, but I feel like a way we could do this for playing is like you could decide where that area is and not tell us. And if we end up there, you could say, okay, you're in this area now.
Okay.
Yeah, I trust you on that, Trent.
It's a 20-foot burst, just so you're aware.
So
when the time
Trent
comes,
is deciding where that is on our map, and if we end up there, he'll let us know because we wouldn't know where it was.
That is a really good system.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Keeps us from like
being like, ooh, I guess I'll just run to the south corner of the room.
I tripped to the left and found a healing spot.
All right, Val, it's your turn. You can hear the creature coming up, but from your point of view, it hasn't come up. It hasn't crested to that main level landing yet. Oh, this is going to be good, though. Oh, this is such a good fight.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie.
Yeah. This is explicitly a gothic horror adventure.
Yeah, I would like to use Charming Liar to convince the monster not to kill me.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
How long does that take to do?
You're like, hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm totally a fiend, too.
Why don't you calm down? You having a bad day, buddy?
You having a hard time?
Sun's getting low.
Okay, can I do another recall knowledge?
Yeah, this is Religione. What's your bonus?
Plus 23.
Okay. Yeah, you got nothing this time.
Okay. I think I'm just going to continue to ready the action to shoot it when it comes up the stairs.
All right, Drosharis, it's your turn. You're next to it now. It's flying up the steps at you.
Okay.
It's big. It's ugly. It's scary. Well, it's ugly. It might be beautiful.
What's the situation with grappling a character that's flying?
If you're next to it, you can grapple it.
Okay.
It's immobilized.
So I'm going to...
Yeah.
What?
What are you going to grapple it with?
I have to decide. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to...
What are you going to do?
Use Snagging Strike.
Okay.
Combine an attack with a grappling move.
Sure, of course.
To make a enemy off balance as long as they're in your reach, make a strike.
Mm-hmm.
While keeping one hand free if the strike hits. Target's flat-footed until the start of your turn is no longer... Comes first. Okay, yeah, so I have to hit it. And I'm going to swing at it with my spiked gauntlet and grab it.
Okay. Does this attack intrinsically grab, or does it just make them flat-footed?
It...
Use a couple different fighter abilities, some that grab, some that just make it flat-footed. How's everyone else feeling? Really good?
I have an idea,
Oh.
but I don't know if I'm going to get to be able to do it.
Great.
And I don't know if I'm going to kill other people in the process.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just try
Love
to bite it.
that.
You're trying to bite it?
I'm going to use my fangs and bite it.
Okay. So you, despite you physically flanking it because you don't know your allies there, you're not flanking it.
Okay.
So it's just against its AC.
Natural 19 seems good.
Shit.
That seems great.
Plus 29 is like pretty good.
So you're trying to grapple it?
Mm-hmm.
So what's that total come to?
48.
19
Because I've got a good fortitude DC.
plus 29, so that's 48.
Yeah.
You succeed, but it's not a crit.
Okay, that's fine.
But you now have this thing grabbed, which means just that Jared, like Fox just sees it like flying kind of weirdly, but you're not sure why.
Okay.
So grabbed it
Yep.
with one, and then I'm going to do advantageous assault since I have it grabbed
Nice.
and swing through and stab it with my knife
Cool.
or my sword.
So are you, is this grabbed in your teeth or in your hand?
Teeth.
God, so you just bit into one of
I
its
just like grabbed it with my teeth, and then I'm going to try to run it through with my sword.
God, I love
Get
this
it.
Super
character.
dope.
This is one of my favorite characters. All right. What's that roll going to be? What does
35.
Oh, that's definitely a miss. What does
Okay.
advantageous assault do?
Because it goes off my second. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Advantageous assault gives you extra damage dice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses though, but it is still grabbed.
I still have another turn.
Oh, shit.
And
Go ahead.
it's only a one action to do advantageous assault. So I'm
So,
going to do it again.
third attack bonus.
Natural 19.
Yes.
Oh, but it's at its biggest penalty. Is it going to be enough?
41.
That hits.
Yay.
Yeah.
Barely, but
Awesome.
that hits.
Okay, so let me go
Oh,
over
that's so cool.
advantageous assault real quick. So plus 2.
Is it a flourish?
No, press.
Cool.
You gain circumstance bonus on this strike equal to the number of weapons dice, or plus 2 if you're wielding a weapon in two hands. I'm not.
Yeah, you are. I mean, when you're sword in two hands, your hands are both free.
That's true. I was thinking that I have a hold of him with my fingers.
Nope, in your mouth. You grab one of the shrimp legs.
So this would get an extra
Gross.
damage die.
Yep.
Give me a second. I'm trying to bring up the dice roller, and I'm messing it up.
Does it get an extra damage die, or does a bonus to damage equal to the number of dice?
Bonus equal to the number of dice.
So how many dice are you dealing?
It is
I'm guessing 3 dice probably at this
Yeah.
level, so plus 3
3d8.
damage.
so plus 3.
Plus 2 more for 2 hands. So is that plus 5 more
Plus
damage?
5.
Okay.
37.
All right. That's nothing to scoff at.
Solid.
And
Okay.
he's grabbed.
Then it's its turn. I've got to do math quickly, which I hate doing.
It's a good thing
Okay.
you're playing this game.
I know. All right. I think I did that right. But here's the deal. It's next to you now. It's doesn't like being grabbed. So it's going to have some fun. I am considering mazing you, but I feel like this would be even better. Oh, yeah.
Has been an action to hover.
It will
Now
come
that's how you
down to the
play.
steps for one action. So that's its first action. You're right. Thank you, Trent. So because of that, it's not going to try to bite Drosharis with its jaw attack.
Do
So-
it, you squiddy motherfucker, you.
It's not a big... Oh, I rolled really badly. Does a 40 hit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can
well,
I
feel
just
better.
throw in really quick that it really sucks that this happened where we're all isolated because we just saw the psychopomps get like blasted into a different dimension. And so probably Watson and Fox are like, well, I guess the same thing just happened to Dro and Val.
True.
And we think it happened to everyone
And
else.
we think it happened to everyone else. And there's like virtually no way that we're going to be able to solve this problem.
I have an idea, and I feel like a fucking genius right now. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
All right.
Get your patcher ready, bro.
All right. So first, you're going to take a ridiculous amount of damage.
Okay.
What's your alignment, by the way?
Let me double check.
Because
Chaotic
this
neutral.
might be less good. Okay, shit. So you won't take the evil damage,
Okay.
but you will still take the 44 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Ow.
And I'm going to need a save against a disease.
Okay.
Fortitude save.
Great.
As its teeth sink into you. Oh my god, this is such a cool creature. What do you got?
Fortitude, right? 35.
Yep. That's a fail.
Yep, I rolled a pretty low score.
Okay, let's you know what? I'll let you roll this. Roll me a d4. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Uh-oh. Some sort of drain.
No.
No?
Get some role playing out of Jason tonight. A 3. You lose your sense of hearing.
Whoa.
You can now no longer hear. You're isolated. You can't hear.
Okay.
Mop. Mop.
It's going to follow up.
I have no idea what this would be like. For the listeners, I have a hearing aid.
Way to go, method, Jason.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys need to
I've
take
been
it out
working
real
on
quick.
this. I did take it out. Trying to be realistic.
All right. It's going to follow up with one of its claws now since I got agile going on. Go for a secondary attack. Hopefully I can roll. Jesus, I did not roll a whole lot better. 36 to hit?
Nope.
Oh, all right. That's its turn. Fox. You don't know it, but this thing is grabbed, which does reduce its AC.
Great. Well, then we better attack it, I guess.
You're just looking at it and it's like, why is it doing that with its neck?
Yeah.
It's the hip
Really
dance
awkward.
move.
Like, this must be a weird monster thing it does.
Yeah. Do you not do that? Just wake up in the morning and like move, keep your head yoga style, like just to the left.
All right. I think I used my spells in the last battle, unfortunately, so I'm just going to
Did
have to
use
pick
some spells.
some swipes.
I think you only used like 1 or 2 spells in the last battle.
I honestly can't remember, so I'm just going
I
to...
can. You used 2. I don't remember which ones.
2. I think that's all I get, really.
You got cantrips.
Yeah, we'll stick with.
That's
All right.
honestly just rude.
Actually, I'm gonna cast
16th level would have
shield on myself,
Okay.
which is a cantrip. So it's
Yeah.
1 action.
Oh, that's such a. I know what you're doing. That's a great setup.
I'm going to enter Arcane Cascade as my
Yeah.
stance.
What you have to do after casting the spell.
Yep, and then I'm gonna attack.
That's a fucking great use.
Okay.
That's not
All
quite.
right.
It's not quite patchworthy for just doing your character, but that is
Sure.
clever.
43 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
All right,
This thing's hard to hit, but you're playing it well.
and I've got some advantage from
It being grabbed.
it being grabbed. Yeah.
I would have hit even without the grab, though.
27 damage.
Oh, that's actually gonna be really nice. It's gonna make some numbers even over here, which I really appreciate.
There you go. I planned that just for you.
You're really kind.
I know.
Thank you.
Roll another attack.
Is that not your whole turn?
Oh
Cast
yeah.
shield,
Sorry,
Arcade
I
Cascade.
completely forgot. Yep, that's it.
All right, Watson, it's your turn.
Watson will fly over to the southwestern corner
Sure.
of
Like
this room.
where you found the
I
body.
think that's 2 movements. More toward the doorway there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 actions, I think, to get that far.
Yeah, for
He
you.
will use his 3rd action to go into his backpack and pull out
Okay.
some chalk.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
Fucking hopscotch
Are
or
you going to
something?
write us a message on the ground?
Oh shit.
Trent looks so excited
I'm
right now.
so happy that I thought of this. And I was like, what can I do to like show them where to go?
I've never once used chalk in this
I know, right?
Fuck.
rope all the time. Chalk, why is it there?
Yeah.
This is, and like Jane mentioned, but like this is some straight horror movie shit. Like trying to find a really clever old technique to like solve the problem.
And you're just like looking around in the room and you're like, chalk. I can use chalk. I can write a message. I can scrawl an area. I can just use the chalk.
we got to give shout outs again to the author of this book, Ron Lundeen, because like when at the beginning you're like, this is going to be gothic horror. It's not easy to make horror on Pathfinder. There's some games that horror is great in, but like Pathfinder, you're heroes, so it's a little more difficult to put that dread in there. But this encounter is beautifully a horror encounter.
Also, like one of, I think, the scariest supernatural horror kind of things is the idea of like being alone and not being able to communicate to people.
Absolutely.
It's like why in every horror movie they have like all the cell phone service is gone and you're in the woods. But like it is.
And they get separated from each other.
Yeah. And it's so well emulated here where it's like just the terror of knowing that like nobody knows what happened to each other is very intense.
All right. Val, it's your turn.
I would like to use read lips to see what the monster is saying.
Oh, you can't see his lips. but it's going to talk with its hips.
Okay. Can I see it now that it's in the stairwell?
Not quite, because it's sort of like just coming up. You could see that there's movement, but you don't have, like you could sort of see that there's something coming up, but I would say you don't have line of sight to. You'd have to get closer.
All right, I'm just going to stay readied.
Okay.
Doing absolutely nothing.
Sure. Okay. Drosharis. But notably, you're hearing some sounds from it, but it's not coming up the stairs
more. But I
more.
feel like she'd be kind of freaking out. Like she's all alone. She doesn't know what happened to her companions. Everything happened so fast and doesn't know exactly like why this happened. And she can just hear a fucking rat squid monster chasing her up the stairs.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think she's just going to be like, I'm posted up against this wall with my gun out until I see it.
That also feels very horror movie, like back almost against the wall, gun in two hands, watching a door, just hearing sounds, not knowing what's coming.
Yeah.
Drosharis, this thing, flipping the horror to the other side, cut to Drosharis, who is biting it with his mouth, sword in hand, trying to stab it. Because I'm pretty familiar with the rules of grab, courtesy of the slithering, what I know is in order to maintain a grab or grapple, you have to use something on your turn that takes advantage of that. You can either just use an action to maintain it for free, or if you use like a constrict action or things like that, that maintains it. Otherwise, at the end of this turn, you are no longer grabbing it.
Okay. I'm going to use something called Dazing Blow.
Okay, what's that do?
Dazing Blows, DC 35. You have to do it against a creature that you have grabbed.
Okay.
You pommel a foe, hoping to stagger them. The weapon damage to this strike is bludgeoning. If the strike hits, the creature must attempt a Fortitude DC against your class DC, or else it's stunned.
And what's the DC? 35?
So I think I have to hit you first, right?
Yeah, you do. You got this, though.
Yeah, I hit you. 38 plus 15 is 53.
That's a crit. Holy shit.
Damn.
So,
God, fighters are great.
that good?
All right, you rolling damage for me?
Yeah.
Just vamping while you roll your mini dice of damage.
62.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
62 points of damage. And DC 35, Fortitude save or be stunned.
Okay, it's basically got this in the can, and yeah, it's fine. It crit succeeds. It's got a plus 34 on its Fortitude. So I was like,
Dang.
I've got to roll a 1 or it makes it. But you still hit and did a crit. You did a critical hit to it.
I'm going to do Advantageous Assault now again.
Was that a 2-action attack? The debilitating strike? Oh,
Nope.
cool.
The Dazing Blow is 1 action.
Oh, nice. God, fighters just have some really cool stuff.
Some cool stuff. This one might not hit.
It is still grabbed, so you got that going for it.
48.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit. Actually, not quite a crit, but almost.
That's insane.
Fighters, man.
I love this image of like Drosharis by himself on these steps, just like MMA him. Like it's not like this big like metal van painting. You're just biting into this thing, curling it, and just trying to stab it as you're like tightening your body into it. You're almost like a snake.
22
points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then can I just maintain the grab with my last action?
Yeah, I'm totally fine for that. God, this is awesome. Oh, that's the wrong number. Just out of curiosity, you want to know how much damage you've done to this thing?
Yeah.
More than 250 points of damage so far. Wow. And it's still kicking.
Does it
trucking.
look even sort of like
It's wounded.
I've had a bad day?
Please don't take a picture.
Does it look like it needs like a 2 p.m. iced coffee?
It needs a 4-hour energy.
I get that.
Maybe a Coors Banquet.
Yeah.
Watson, it's your turn.
Okay,
Chalk in hand.
I had to clarify and change some action stuff.
Okay.
Because I would have had to spend 2 actions to fly, and then I flew to the ground.
That's a part of the same movement. Yeah.
Sure. I had to use an action to maintain the field of life.
Okay, so that was your turn.
Right. So now I am reaching in the backpack for chalk.
One action.
I want to scrawl on the wall behind me, stand over here.
With an arrow.
Yeah.
How about stand here?
Sure.
Because you're rushed for time. And I feel like you could do 2 words.
Stand here.
In what language?
Can I like sign it or?
Common.
Oh, okay.
And begin signing it as well.
That's awesome.
It's 2
Amazing.
actions. I can't see it, right? Can I recall knowledge about it, having seen it already, though?
Having you spent one action to maintain the spell, one action to get the chalk, one action to write
that's
with
right.
it.
Yeah, another maintain. Correct.
Oh,
Gotta do that maintain.
the economy
Wow.
of chalk is a lot.
Yeah.
I love when you can use things that are like, I sort of felt that way about the feat of like deceptive worship, where you have these things where you're like, when is this ever going to be relevant?
yeah.
Or especially like just the generic items that you get, like chalk or rope or whatever. And I love when they come into play.
Oh, hands off the chess piece, but I should have gave you some fear effects and bleeding damage from when I critted you, James.
Oh, that's
It's immune
true.
to fear.
Cool.
Wow.
Is it immune to bleeding?
No, but I'll put bleeding on.
What's the critical
Thanks
specialization?
for telling me that. I don't have to waste a couple of actions next turn.
What's the crit specialization of your weapon?
Bastard sword, I think.
Yeah,
is
so
bleed.
the bastard sword is...
It's the sword type. Trent, I'm going to give you a patch for that use of chalk. It took me a second to dig for it.
Fearsome striking.
Back when I was a kid, my grandfather had some grandparents who lived in Florida, and so they'd send me a lot of the like memorabilia patches from different NASA missions. So I specifically wanted to dig out one of the NASA mission patches because I just feel like very creative and inventive is exactly what that was. So
Thank
take a not just a hero patch, but a NASA mission patch.
I'm probably going to end up using this in about 2 minutes.
If you want to apply it, it's 1d6 persistent bleed.
I'll put it on because it's off the chess piece at the end of its next turn.
Yeah,
So just keep me honest on that.
But thanks for telling me it's immune against fear.
Well, you would have noticed that, like you would have hit.
Yeah,
and
like
it
the
didn't
next
go
round,
on.
I've been like,
Well, no, I mean like you
Oh,
just
yeah,
crit.
just now,
So
yeah.
even now, like
that's
it's
fair.
like it doesn't seem phased by that element. Watson, that was
Good
fucking
thing I'm
awesome.
not built to inflict
That was
fear
pretty
on
badass.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, these are creatures of fear.
Yeah.
Like in the same way, I forget the term, but there's a name for a type of creature. They're used in Nidal a lot that are basically the things from Hellraiser.
Yeah.
And these are like that, but for fear. Sort of the almost like Sandman style, like of a thing. These are the denizens of fear. Jane, it's
Like
Val's.
a wrath spawner.
Yeah.
Wrath, yeah.
Jane, it's your turn as Val.
Okay.
On deck, Drosharis.
Let's see. I want to recall knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So do you roll that or do I
I roll.
it?
What's your bonus for religion again?
23.
That's not going to be enough. You don't learn anything new.
Sure.
Hmm.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
There's nothing to learn. You can recall knowledge again, or are you just going to ready an action?
I'm going to ready an act. I'm going to keep my action readied.
You're just going to let Drosharis fight this thing on his
I
own?
don't know that he's there.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what's going on.
No, that's why I love this fight. This is so good. You're
I'm
playing
like-
correctly.
I'm confused why the creature isn't up here at this point.
That's why I
Yeah.
don't have any friends.
But Val, you did
Exactly.
notice all of a sudden that on the wall is written, after the end of your turn, you notice stand here just was written in chalk on the wall. And
You
Okay.
would see it being written.
Would I recognize Watson's handwriting, or would I be like, that's definitely the monster trying to do a trap?
this is an important question. You're a doctor. Is your handwriting even legible?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Is that more of like a dwarven primer school thing? You're taught very good handwriting?
Yes. Yeah.
I think she just has a little flashback really quick to like being in hiding and getting a letter that's like, Dear Val, I hope you're doing well. Anyway,
Here's your
yes, I'm going to
prescription.
observe the stand here message and be like, what? And ready in action to try to shoot it when it comes up the stairs.
Love that for you. Drosharis, it's your turn.
Well, no fear. So, still grappled
Yep, in your mouth.
in my mouth.
Seriously, it sounds like a snake to me. I can see you like almost constricting with it with your mouth, where you're just like curling in to stab. Like when you watch some of those MMA fights where they just get like wrapped up in each other and they're just punching underneath, like
totally.
into the gut. It's not glamorous fighting, but it's really effective.
38.
That's a miss.
Yeah. I roll pretty low.
Ching, just kind of goes
so that
off
was
against its,
advantageous assault.
Okay.
Um,
slams in against its hide.
and then I'm going to swing at it again with just regular old stabbing it. That's not going to do it.
Okay.
37.
Yeah, that misses too.
Yeah.
Gonna keep the grab though.
Keep the grab.
All right, it's turn. It doesn't
Bleed.
like that it's being grabbed against you. Bleeds at the end of its turn. But thank you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, don't forget at the beginning, unless you miraculously fix it with your special skills.
It's going to do a couple of things. It's going to try to bite you.
All right.
40
Yes.
to bite. Got to roll a lot of damage here. Well, it's going to be a lot easier to add when I keep rolling back-to-back ones. All right, so that's going to be... well, that's a bummer. 39 points of damage, and roll a fortitude save for me. Yeah, that's fun.
19 on the die plus 28 is like 57.
All right, yeah, you don't take another hit of its if it's disease. But I think it is going to now cast... you're both flanking it. It should not cast a spell.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
it's just going to attack you again. Look, I learned. I was listening to old episodes recently, back in when you fought the creature that's Masques was casting spells, and I kept casting, and both of you would just attack, and just beat it to death on my turn. I'm not doing that again.
I love it.
I also
So,
want you guys to know that I have 2 attack of opportunities per round now.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I have improved combat flexibility.
Uh-huh.
So I took combat reflexes for one of them and intimidating strike for the regular improve or combat flexibility. So I get an extra
That's crazy.
attack of opportunity
That's
each
wild.
round.
As it tries to claw you for its secondary attack, how does a 34 sound?
Nope.
Need to roll better on this. I don't think I rolled enough. 39?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So it's going to come through. This one's going to do a little less damage on this one. Okay, that's pretty good though. So that's going to be... Oh god, I really hate that I have to do math at all in this game. That's going to be 38 points of damage. And give me another fortitude saving throw. I'm sure you're fine.
45.
You're fine. Man, it really was a fluke for me that you failed that first one, huh?
It really was.
Wow. All right, that's its whole turn. It will now take a d6 bleed. It's going to take 5 points of bleed, and let's see if it stops bleeding. It does stop bleeding. Go
Cool.
me. All right, so that makes it Fox's turn.
Fox is like, I don't know what's going on, but this thing is not fighting me.
It's just gnashing
And
against something in
It's like
there.
having this like invisible battle. So I'm just going to take advantage and take some swings at it.
I'm hurting, bro. Real bad.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what those hand
I'm getting
movements mean.
stabbed a bit.
Well,
I can't help you.
I know.
Natural one again.
Oh!
No.
I'm gonna-
Do it, bro.
I don't know. I feel like
I was like, are you being milked? Or?
what
Do it.
Yeah, Jason's hand signals did look a lot like he was milking himself.
All right, I'll do it.
All right, Patch is going in. We're going for the
That's
reroll.
probably a good
I've
idea.
got nipple strength. Can you milk me?
I would be.
And there's that explicit tag. Okay.
34 does not hit.
No, but it's not a critical card.
A crit fail, so that's good.
So you got that going for you.
Second attack.
Sure. You're
Oh
fine.
my god, I just rolled a natural 20. This is the craziest rolling I've ever done
That's-
in my life.
Yeah, hot
Okay.
and cold over there.
This is insane.
Wait, like natural 20 on the die?
Yeah, on the
Oh,
die.
God. Okay,
I
so
don't know
that's a
what
critical
is
hit
going
card.
on.
Actually, what's the total? I'm curious if that actually is a crit.
45.
But are all 20s crits no matter what?
All 20s upgrade a hit, but with his secondary attack being lower, I wasn't sure if a 20 plus his attack would have been a miss that just became a normal hit or not. All right, so is this
Alright.
slashing or piercing here for
This
Fox?
is piercing.
Is it piercing?
It is. I thought it was slashing too, but it's piercing. At least that's what Hero Lab is telling me. That it's piercing.
What weapon is it?
Halberd.
What's the
It might
crit,
be flex, I wonder.
what's the crit specialization for a halberd?
Pole arms or reposition enemies.
Nice.
I know
That's
that one off the top of my head just because it's some junk.
I don't have the crit specialization though, unfortunately.
Oh, you don't. So crit effect in this case, the target will take 1 persistent bleed that cannot be removed until it's healed. So that's which is nice because the other one just got healed. So you'll do your crit will come through as usual, doubled it up,
All right.
and then it'll just take 1 point of bleed every turn. So someone remind me of that at the end of my turns.
How about
please?
how about a 74 damage?
I'm sorry, what?
Ooh,
7
wow.
points.
7, 4.
You're still
7,
leading the pack for
4.
most damage in a single hit, right?
I think so,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, because I think he crit on one of his spell hits.
Yeah, one of my spell strikes.
Which that's
I'll do it.
I mean,
That's-
you're probably leading the campaign in damage dealt, honestly.
I don't know. I think Drosharis hits more often than I do.
But you hit bigger.
But I think I hit a little bit bigger, so I think we're probably pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go through it.
And I only hit as often as I do because Drosharis just like holds them in place. So
yeah, they do.
Makes my job a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, God, how much damage did you say you just did?
74.
I'm full on adding a calculator on here because that's ridiculous.
Calculator is, at this level, it's almost essential.
All right, so is that your turn? You got one more
and
action?
I'm going to use my last action to maintain my flight.
Oh, nice. Keep hovering up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
or
that
I
makes
guess to
it...
fly. I
Just hover.
technically wasn't hovering last time, so I'd get back up in the air this time.
Okay, so you... Watson, it's your turn. You've just scrolled stand here on the wall in chalk. In completely
Watson.
illegible chalk.
Watson will spend an action to continue the field.
Sure.
He will ready an action. Oh, no, it can only be a one action thing, huh?
Yeah, that's
It can't
correct.
be a spell.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Unless it's a one action spell.
No.
What you gonna do?
He'll delay.
Okay. That works. That
Does
means...
Make the... Does that keep me from continuing the field?
So the way I choose to play is... Like, you can't avoid negative things by delaying. So basically, in my mind, at the end of your turn, at the end of the whole round, if you like don't undelay, if it's been a whole turn, you just assume to have like taken that stuff.
Okay.
It's basically, as long as I don't feel like you're trying to game the system. So like, whenever you take your turn, you'll still spend an action, maintaining it.
Okay. Can you let me know when the round is about to end, essentially, or like before my next turn?
What I'm gonna say is, like, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like, if a whole turn goes and you did nothing, then it just means that this turn you just maintained. Like,
okay,
you sacrifice 3 actions worth of actions to maintain a spell if you delay and do nothing.
Gotcha.
So I don't feel like you're gaming the system.
Okay.
Val, your turn. You now see the stand here.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, it's written on the wall in chalk.
Oh, stand here. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Val is just going to... I think she's had a minute to kind of, like, catch her breath. She still thinks everybody's gone. Not quite sure what to think about the stand here thing yet, and she's still totally fine. Hasn't been hit. Because this is not something that, like, goes away if we get healed, right? This is just...
you don't know, but no.
Yeah. So she's just going to run forward.
Mm-hmm.
So straight for it, and I'll roll the 2 acrobatics just to see if I get a natural one.
Yeah, you'd have to...
Because, if I get a natural one, but I have, like, I have a plus.
The circle,
Oh, I see.
The circles are fine.
Gotcha.
So now I can see down into the
now
stairwell.
you see this thing just thrashing in the air, bleeding.
Yeah, so I'm just going to shoot it.
You going to devise a stratagem or just shoot it?
I can't devise a stratagem
Why not?
with this because I have another thing I want to do. So I'm just going to shoot it and see how that goes.
Get it.
I'm sure you can do this.
Is that
Right.
Was that a 20? Oh, I was about to
No.
be like, yes.
Bummer.
Yes.
I should have just said it was a 20.
You should have been like,
honestly. It was a 42 total.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
With just the pistol.
That'll do it.
It's not going to be a lot of damage, but probably better than nothing. 20 points of damage.
I mean, that's not bad.
And then she's going to run back.
Okay. Run over, shoot, run away. All right. That makes it Drosharis' turn. Drosharis, you see it twitch and like blood start coming out of its side. But you're so caught up, I don't know if you actually noticed that.
No.
Maybe you just smell more blood, but that's normal for it. What you going to do, buddy?
I'm going to find my D20 first.
You of all people would notice lots of blood, right?
Yeah. Still got it grappled. Still really enjoying advantageous assault.
Yeah, it's classic for a reason.
It's not going to do it. 44?
That hits.
Okay.
Not a crit,
Does
but that
do it.
hits.
Okay.
This is a long episode, but this is a big fight.
Yeah.
It's a big fight with lots of crunchy numbers.
I promise our listeners, the
Low
payoff's
roll,
worth
19.
it. To hit? Oh, damage. I'm
Damage.
like, 19 to hit? That
19
seems
damage.
ridiculous. Ooh, it's
Be
looking
afraid.
rough.
I'm gonna do it again. Oh wait, plus 5 for advantageous assault, so 30, or it'd be 24.
24, yeah.
It's looking really, really bad.
Well, I missed on that one.
Okay.
It wasn't a 1.
You got one action left. You gonna maintain the grapple or are you gonna go for broke and
I'm
attack
going
it?
for broke. 19 on the die.
Okay.
with
Ooh.
With
a
your third attack to hit, but you're a fighter.
Get
If
him.
anyone
41.
stands it. That hits.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Finish it.
What's your bonus to damage?
plus.
Is it more than 8?
Yes.
You kill it.
Crushed.
And not only do you kill it, you know what else you do?
Level.
You fucking level
Yeah,
up.
let's go.
Tune in next time to find out more.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.